Concerns have emerged that the September 21st governorship election in Edo State could be influenced by key institutions responsible for conducting the polls: the Nigerian Police and the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). The Coalition for Good Governance and Economic Justice in Africa has raised suspicions that the former governor of Rivers State and current minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Wike, may have influenced the deployment of his associates to Edo State for political reasons. The group, in a statement signed by its Southwest Regional Coordinator Alhaji Aziz Olorunimbe, said the new Commissioner of Police in Edo State, Mr. Nemi Edwin Iwo, hails from Okrika, local government area of Rivers State. Alongside him, Dr. Anugbum Onua serves as the a resident electoral commissioner in Edo State. Dr. Onua also comes from Rivers State and has previously served as the special advisor on lands and survey to the former governor of Rivers State, Wike. These affiliations and backgrounds have raised concern about potential biases and conflicts of interest, he said. We have uncovered disturbing evidence of an elaborate scheme aimed at compromising the integrity of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) and the Nigerian Police. These institutions, which are crucial to ensuring a fair and transparent electoral process, are reportedly being manipulated in favor of a particular political party, namely the All Progressives Congress (APC). The plot to undermine the democratic process appear to be orchestrated by influential figures within the APC, including current governors, former governors, and ministers associated with the party. The objective is to tilt the electoral playing field by leveraging these institutions for their advantage. We are deeply troubled by various instances where security agencies have been complicit in compromising the credibility of elections. There have been reports of security forces aiding and abetting massive rigging operations, including the protection of political thugs and the provision of security to those perpetrating electoral fraud. Moreover, INEC has faced allegations of facilitating electoral fraud through means such as pre-filled result sheets. Such actions, if true, undermine the very essence of free and fair elections and compromise the rights of citizens to freely and fairly elect their leaders. We call upon our international partners to closely monitor the situation and provide the necessary oversight to ensure that any attempts to undermine the electoral process are swiftly addressed. We urge both local and international observer groups to remain vigilant and proactive in their observations of the electoral process, ensuring that transparency and accountability are upheld at all times. Civil society organizations are also called to actively engage in advocacy and mobilization efforts to protect the integrity of the election. Finally, we appeal to the general public to stay informed and actively participate in safeguarding their democratic rights. It is crucial that any suspicious activities threatening the electoral process are reportedly promptly. The success of this alleged plot would not only erode the integrity and credibility of our electoral system, but would also disenfranchise the people of Edo State, denying them their fundamental right to choose their leaders freely. We urge all stakeholders to work collaboratively to ensure a transparent, credible, and fair electoral process. Democracy thrives on the active participation and vigilance of all its stakeholders, and together we can protect the sanctity of our election. All these politicians, forget them, they are the same. The bedrock of this democracy in this country is already in tatter. It's been shattered. They are always accusing themselves. APC will accuse PDP, PDP will accuse APC. That is exactly what they do. If one accuses this one, everybody is a saint. I remember APC, the members of APC have really accused PDP and Governor Obaseki and his gang about trying to intimidate them using the state power. Also, the PDP, who happens to be the ruling party in Edo City, will come out and say, "Oh, APC, for the fact that they are not in power, but they want to use federal might to do this, to do this, to do that." Unfortunately, these guys were together. You know, the irony of this whole thing is that in 2020, this Wike was on the side of what is it called, of Governor Baseki, who defected to PDP. Then Wike was doing Galadima. He was feeling or living larger than life. So now the same weekend now said, oh, he called APC cancerous party or what have you. But now he's dining with them. Tinubu is the best person for him now. The same Tinubu that said he was going to continue from where Buhari stops. We know how Wike came out and started talking and abusing them. But now, yeah, and Tinubu is doing exactly what he promised he will do. He's carrying out his plans, you know, though in a negative way against Nigerians. So these people, they are something else. So when you have people like this at the helm of affair, when you have this kind of background, corruption, thuggery, stealing, all manner of things, impunity, and all what shenanigans here and there, when you have it with this kind of people, how do you expect that kind of country to grow? This is a matter of how did they put it? The the survival of the fittest. It's just unfortunate. Hmm. Dr. Anugbom is a cousin to Wiki. They are both from a Ruma Wiram community. Anugbom, aka Iwako, is closely related to Wiki and a very wealthy man. Really? Well, for the fact that they are from the same place, it's not enough for one to conclude that oh, Wiki is behind this whole thing, because like they always say, someone is innocent until proven guilty. So either way, it's possible that he could write, but it's not a it might not be totally correct. But because of the kind of the way these guys do, of course, Tinubu, you will want to come and do that which he did for Tinubu now. That is why they are afraid, because they know the exact thing that this same Wike did in Rivers State during the presidential election. I'm sure that is the reason why these people are crying, 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 crying. Edo State election results will be rigged by APC. Take it or leave it. Why didn't they rig it the last time? Is Wike a candidate? Is he the APC chairman, or is he the president? Sit down there. They talk. So when he said he was going to destroy PDP governors, go to their state and destroy their state, how could you have described him then? APC is coming up. APC measure to them in same mood they measure to your when they are in government for 16 years. Let's watch and see what will happen. Wow, that is it. They will certainly reap what they have sown. Obaseki PDP, don't fear, stop afraid. Waiting. Edo people cannot be intimidated to choose that sheep and hunger and second choice, not to talk of first choice. Okay, some group of people are very funny and unserious. How can the coalition for good governance and economic justice in Africa has raised suspicion that a former governor of Rivers State and current minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Wike, influenced the deployment of his associates to Edo State? They play. The more you look, the less you see. So guys, let's say your opinion and have your take on this.